So good day everyone. Today I will be discussing the strategies, styles of play, and important terms used in table tennis. So in table tennis, the basic strategy is to keep the ball in play longer than your opponent. So players need to return the ball properly, create openings by changing the speed, spin, and direction of the ball, and make shots that are difficult for the opponent to return. So the game is not only about strength, but also about focus, patience, and smart decision making during rallies. So there are different strategies used in table tennis to gain an advantage during the game. So the first strategy is utilizing your opponent's limitations, which means targeting their weaknesses such as a weak backhand or slow movement. And another strategy is playing consistently by avoiding unnecessary mistakes and keeping the ball in play. So players should also check their opponent's mobility to know how fast they can move around the table. Making variety your friend is also important because changing spins, speed, and placement can confuse the opponent. And lastly, players should use their own strength such as strong serves, fast attacks, or defensive skills to increase their chances of winning. And there are also different styles of play in table tennis. So the first is the attacker or offensive player. Attacker or offensive player focuses on aggressive attacks, strong serves, and heavy topspin shots to score points quickly. However, these styles can be physically tiring and may struggle against sudden changes in pace. And the second is the counter hitter or blocker. So counter hitter or blocker depends on quick reactions and uses the opponent's speed to return the ball effectively. So this player usually takes the ball early and controls the rally through blocking. Meanwhile, the defensive player focuses on patience, consistency, and spin variation. So the defensive players wait for the opponent to make mistakes, and although they may have difficulty attacking short balls or covering the entire table quickly. And there are some important glossary terms used in table tennis to help us better understand the game and the techniques used by players. So the first is ace. So an ace happens when a player serves the ball and the opponent cannot return it successfully. And this usually occurs because of strong speed, spin, or good placement of the serve. So an ace immediately gives a point to the server. And the next is the term anti-spin or anti-loop rubber. Refers to a special type of rubber placed on the paddle. It has very low friction, meaning it reduces the spins of the opponent's shot. Is the defensive players often use this to control strong spins and make returns more difficult for opponents. And the backhand is a stroke made using the backside of the racket hand. For example, a right-handed player uses the left side of the body to perform a backhand shot. This stroke is commonly used for quick returns and defensive plays. And the ball in table tennis is a lightweight hollow plastic ball with a diameter of 40 millimeters and a weight of 2.7 grams. So even though it is very light, players can still produce different spins and speed with it. And the bat or paddle is the equipment used to hit the ball. It consists of the blade, which is the wooden part of the paddle, and rubber coverings attached on both sides. And a block is a defensive shot usually performed close to the table. The player simply redirects the opponent's fast attack and little movement and little spin. And a a center line is the white line in the middle of the table that divides it into two equal halves. So this line is especially important during doubles matches because it determines the proper serving area. And a chop is a defensive stroke that creates backspin by moving the paddle downward while contracting the ball. And this shot slows the ball down and makes it harder for the opponent to attack strongly. And a chop block is similar to the chop, but it is done close to the table with a shorter movement while still creating speed. And the term close position refers to the angle of the paddle when the striking surface faces slightly downward. So this position is commonly used for topspin shots to keep the ball from going too high. And a counter is a response to the opponent's attacks using a similar attacking shot. So it is commonly used during fast rallies. And a cross-court shot is a diagonal shot from one corner of the table to the opposite corner. So this type of shot forces the opponent to move more. And the term cup means covering or closing the palm around the ball during a serve toss, and which is usually not allowed because the opponent must clearly see the ball during service. And a deep shot is a shot that lands near the opponent's end line. So this makes it difficult for the opponent to attack because the ball reaches them farther from the net. And a double bounce happens when the ball bounces twice on one side of the table before being returned. So when this happens, the player loses the point. And the doubles is a match where two players play on each side, and teammates alternate in hitting the ball. And the term down the line refers to a shot that travels parallel to the sideline of the table instead of diagonally. And a drive is a fast and flat attacking stroke commonly used to pressure the opponent. And a drop shot is a soft and short shot that barely passes over the net and forcing the opponent to quickly move forward. And the term early means contracting the ball immediately after it bounces on the table. This technique gives the opponent less time to react. And the end line is the white line located at each end of the table and marks the playing boundary. And lastly, the expedite rule is applied when a game takes too long. This rule speeds up the match by changing the service system and encouraging faster play. So it helps prevent extremely long rallies and delays during official competitions. Overall, these glossary terms are important because they help players, coaches, and the audiences understand the techniques, rules, and actions used in table tennis. So knowing these terms also improves communication and makes it easier to follow and enjoy the game. So that's all with my part. Thank you.